Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're joining us from today. Hello and welcome to the Mindfulness Parkinson's community. So great to see all of your shining faces today. Thank you for being here. We're going to get started in just a few moments, but I just wanted to make a few notes that you have been placed on mute for the duration of today's event. And feel free to use the chat function to talk to myself, my colleagues, to Craig if you have any questions, or just to say hello to your Parkinson's community. Feel free to type it in the chat. You can also use the chat function to ask Craig questions about meditation, mindfulness, and Parkinson's disease, whatever your heart desires. Use that chat function. I would love to see you, and I know Craig loves to see you as well. So if you feel comfortable, please do join us on video if you do have the capacity. We love to see your smiles and sharing this space on camera with us. Hi, Robert. So good to see you. And we'll begin in just a minute. I see you guys joining us on video. You all have different names. I've got Galaxy View 2 here, iPad 2. I see you guys. Thank you for being here. Robinson iPad, hi. We are at the top of the hour. So hello everyone and welcome to the Parkinson's Foundation's Mindfulness Mondays Parkinson's community. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, we are so happy to have you and thank you for tuning in. My name is Crista Ellis and I am the Community Program Manager for the Florida and Gulf Coast chapters with the Parkinson's Foundation. The Parkinson's Foundation will be hosting virtual events each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. To learn more and to register, please visit parkinson.org/pdhealth. The Parkinson's Foundation provides families with free resources, including our website, parkinson.org, educational books, webinars, podcasts, a hospitalization kit, and our toll-free helpline, 1-800-4PD-INFO, which is staffed by Parkinson's specialists and is bilingual. To learn more about our resources and our upcoming virtual events, remember to visit our website at parkinson.org or call our helpline at 1-800-4PD-INFO. Join us this Wednesday to explore communication challenges such as speech changes, decreased facial expression, and how you can feel heard and understood when living with Parkinson's disease. Register to attend by visiting parkinson.org/pdhealth. And at this time, I'd like to ask you if you aren't already to join us on camera and take a few moments to scroll through the screen, see your Mindfulness Parkinson's community, wave hello. Hi, everyone. Hi, Tom. Good to see you back. Sue, so good to see you guys. Hi, Gwen. Hello. Burianto, so nice to meet you. Hi, everyone. So I'm so happy and grateful to be welcoming back our mindfulness expert, Dr. Craig Hase. Thanks, Craig, for being here and for sharing your knowledge and wisdom with us today. I'll turn the mic over to you.
Thank you. So it's a delight, as always, to be here with all of you. I've started joking that I look forward to Monday mornings, but it's kind of true. It's fun. It's fun to spend time with all of you and to do some meditation together and to hear about what's happening for you and what questions you might have. And so this morning, I thought we'd do a little bit of a drop-in meditation. A drop-in meditation is just a few minutes long. Then I wanted to report back on some research that I did. I had an assignment and I want to report back on the research that I did, and then a Q&A, and then the meditation. So I'm going to swap the Q&A and the meditation today, just so we have enough time for people's questions. But let's begin just with a drop-in meditation. So a drop-in meditation is a very simple meditation that you can do anywhere, anytime, and it's just 2 or 3 minutes long. So just as you are right now, you could let your eyes close. And see if you can bring kind of a warm awareness to your body. It's kind of like taking a backward step. You just bring this kind attention to your feeling body. Drop down from the thinking mind into the feeling body. And welcome whatever is here. So what is here for you in your body today might be somewhat pleasant. There might be nice sensations. It also might be somewhat unpleasant. You might have sensations of discomfort in your body. Whatever's here, the practice is simply to welcome. Welcome what feels good. Welcome what doesn't feel so good. With a warm awareness, a kind of friendly attention. Just feeling the sensations. Feeling the sensations in your body. And let's take a few really nice deep breaths. Breathing deep, deep into your lungs. Letting it out. And then you can open your eyes, look around the room, let your body move and stretch, whatever way feels good to you. Yeah, good. Congratulations. You have just meditated. You have just practiced mindfulness. And you may have thought, oh, a lot of people think, well, my mind was still very busy, or, well, but I was still thinking a lot, so I didn't do it right. In fact, the mind can continue to think. This is one of the biggest misconceptions of mindfulness and meditation, is that you're trying to get your mind to stop thinking. So if your mind was still active, if your mind was still thinking, that was a wonderful meditation. If you felt your body, even a little bit, and if you even felt numbness in your body, that was a wonderful meditation. If you felt discomfort in your body, that was a wonderful meditation. It's just about becoming more and more aware of what is happening for you. Okay, and so what happens when we become more and more aware? 2 weeks ago, when I was here with you, somebody asked me, how does mindfulness actually help with Parkinson's disease? And I gave kind of a general answer. So I have this PhD in clinical psychology, but I've never specialized in mindfulness. I'm sorry, I do specialize in mindfulness. I've never specialized in Parkinson's. So I went and I talked to my friend who spent a couple of years actually specializing in working with mindfulness with Parkinson's disease patients. And I asked him, what was your experience of working with folks in meditation who have been diagnosed with PD? And so I'm going to read you some of the things that he said, because he's much, much wiser than I am. He said, one patient's tremor calmed dramatically when we meditated. So that's interesting. Several people told me about decreased anxiety and relaxed muscle tension. So that's nice. 2 of my longer-term students had deep spiritual connections with meditation that totally reframed the experience of PD for them. One of them went so far before he learned to meditate. One of them went so far as to research an assisted suicide facility in Switzerland because he was so depressed by his diagnosis. And later, through his spiritual experience that came out of the meditation, he came to feel that PD was the best thing that ever happened to him. So this is just a brief email exchange. There's way, way more that we could say about this. But just things that you could consider that might happen through establishing a regular meditation practice. You might see decreased tremors. You also might not, okay? None of these are guarantees. It's a little bit like medication. You don't get guarantees. You might see decreased anxiety about your symptoms. Maybe the symptoms are the same, but your anxiety about the symptoms might go down. You might see decreased muscle tension, right? So one of the symptoms of PD for some people is increased muscle tension. It might be that muscle tension relaxes for you. You might have less depression. So what happens for a lot of people that receive a difficult diagnosis, of course, you have moments of depression, or you might even have pretty serious months of depression. That might be more resolved for you. And how can it happen? It might happen through an increased spiritual dimension in your life. So these are just some thoughts, and I'm very curious to hear from you, because my honest opinion is that you are actually the experts on your own experience of having PD and maybe having meditated a little bit. And so just in the chat, I wanted to ask you, so far, what has your experience been with being diagnosed with Parkinson's and doing some meditation? You know, some of you have done quite a bit of meditation. What has that experience been like? Some of you have only meditated once, you know, with Devon last week maybe. And what has that experience been like? And it doesn't have to all be sunshine and rainbows, right? You just real, for real, what's it been like to meditate? What questions have come up? What kind of experiences have you had? You can just type it into the chat. Those of you who are on laptop computers and desktop computers, it's a lot easier to chat than if you're on your phone or your iPad. So Diane from Pennsylvania is saying, I have enjoyed doing the things I used to enjoy instead of talking myself out of doing those things. That's great, interesting. So something about the meditation practice has allowed you to enjoy doing the things that you always have enjoyed, but instead of talking yourself out of doing those things. So that has to do it probably with rumination. You know, when we receive a diagnosis or difficult news or something difficult happens in our life, there's a tendency for the mind to chew on it and chew on it in a way that can sometimes limit us, even can limit us from doing things that we've always done in the past. And so maybe there could be something about meditation that lets us kind of open our minds and open our hearts to the possibilities. And Sue Robinson is saying, I've meditated for many years, which is wonderful. She says, meditation relaxes muscles. Great, so it relaxes all these muscles. And it slows us down, right? It slows down the thinking mind. It slows down the feeling body. It really slows our experience down in a way that we can meet, this is my experience, we can really meet what's happening moment to moment. Someone's saying privately, aging well in place depends on the mindfulness connection. It It depends on the mindfulness connection time for me. So aging well actually depends on this connection that we establish with ourselves, with our world, with our friends, our family, and that comes through mindfulness and meditation. Judy is saying, I just started last week. Welcome, Judy. Wonderful. Just started last week. Luther, it's glad to have it. Sometimes helps relax. Also great to practice. Focus on something other than limitations, as well as on PD-related experience. So it's both. Focusing on something else, also allowing room for the PD-related things that are happening. Sharon is saying, meditation helps me get to sleep much easier. It calms my leg muscles. Wonderful. And Judy's saying, it seems like it will be helpful. Just started last week. Denise, no, let's see. Yale is saying, decreased tremor, relaxed about hissing in ears. Okay, great. So the tremor decreases and just being relaxed with some of the symptoms. And someone privately is saying, meditation has given me balance. Try to be there in the moment and not rush to state the first opinion that comes to mind. Oh, this is my life. Yes, I'm from New York, so I have no shortage of opinions. So try to be there in the moment, not rush to state the first opinion that comes to mind. Great. Okay, wonderful. So maybe we should does anyone have a burning question before I go on to the meditation that we're going to do today? Anybody have a burning question? Okay, great. So today we're going to continue. Hashad is saying, I do many years, I do twice a day, and it's more spiritual. Yeah, that spiritual connection can be a part of our meditation. So today we're going to continue what Devon started last week. So last week we started doing what is called kindness meditation. Sometimes you'll see it called loving kindness meditation. And the idea here is it's an extension of basic mindfulness practice. So basic mindfulness practice, we're just making room. We're just making room for whatever's happening. We're welcoming the physical experience. We're welcoming the heart experience, emotions. We're welcoming the thought experience. And we're doing it all with this awareness that can simply know what is happening moment by moment. Loving kindness practice is kind of like a value added. We take that same attitude of welcoming whatever is here, and then we just add a slight intention to cultivate an atmosphere of warmth, of wishing well for everybody. So when we did this last week, Devon, I think, started with the self, right? And she probably introduced a couple of phrases that you might use. Wishing yourself well, like, may I be safe, or may I be happy. And when we do this loving kindness practice, we go through these different categories in our experience where we might start with the self. Then next we go on to a really good friend, somebody who's pretty easy for us, and we wish them well. Once we've done that, the next week, we might do a neutral person, like somebody we see at the cash register at the grocery store. We don't know them very well, but we imagine them in our minds and we wish them well. Next week after that, we'll do a difficult person, somebody who's kind of ticking us off right now. Not the most difficult person, just somebody who's a little difficult. And then after that, we just do everybody everywhere. So this week, we're in the category of a good friend. Just a good friend, somebody who's pretty easy for you, right? Like we have friends that, you know, they're our friends, but maybe we have some tension with them, or we family members that of course we love them very much, but oh my goodness, sometimes. So this one, if you can think of somebody that is, you know, like basically pretty simple for you, and this could be a human friend. This could also be an animal friend. You know, it could be like a cat, it could be a dog. This is funny, but I've done it for a tree. Yeah, so somebody that feels like a good friend to you. You can just think of who that person might be. And then we'll do this meditation together, just for about 5 to 7 minutes. So as with the mindfulness meditation, you can allow your eyes to close. And allow your mind to begin to settle in your body. So you'll notice this is very familiar. Same as with mindfulness meditation. We begin with our body. Feel your body. And in particular, your heart. Just allow a friendly attention to begin to gather in your heart. Just feeling whatever's here. And whatever's here could be kind of a non-feeling, could be kind of a numbness, could be sad, it could be anxious, it could be really content or curious. Just allowing room for whatever is alive in your heart. Now you could call up an image of a good friend. And if the image is not so clear, don't worry. It's more like the feeling of this good friend, like as if they were sort of a little bit in front of you. And if you are a visual person, you could imagine, like, what does your friend look like? Kind of clothes do they wear? What does their laugh sound like? The tone of their voice, kinds of things do they say that you like? Just kind of imagining your good friend, relaxed, loosely. Don't have to make this into a big project. It's just kind of touching into the sense of who this person is for you. And then we'll use these really basic phrases just to help carry the feeling of kindness, just wishing our friends well. So you can think to yourself, just silently, may you be safe. Kind of think about your friend and maybe where they would feel safe. You can imagine them there. Maybe they're at home in their living room or in their favorite trail in the woods or wherever they feel safe. May you be safe, my friend. And just imagine them feeling really safe and secure. Yeah, and may you be happy. Yeah, they're in their kind of safe place. They're happy. You can imagine them smiling, laughing, joking, relaxed. May you be happy, my dear friend. May you be happy. And may you be peaceful and at ease. And imagine your friend so relaxed, so peaceful, really at ease. And we'll just go through these phrases one more time. May you be safe. And imagine them really safe. May you be happy. So happy. They're smiling. And may you be peaceful and at ease. So relaxed. May you be peaceful. And they're just feeling your heart again, just feeling how it is. Welcoming whatever is here. You don't have to feel kind. You don't have to feel happy. You don't have to feel anything. Whatever is here is welcome. Sometimes when we do this exercise, we feel so full of happiness and kindness. Sometimes we just feel nothing. It's fine. Both are good. So just allowing whatever's here to be here. Take a nice deep breath, let it out. Yeah, you can open your eyes, look around the room. Here you are. Yeah. So we just have a couple minutes left. Somebody asked me privately if the Cancer Society does something like this, and unfortunately, I don't know. Crista, if you know, maybe you can type into the chat, but I'm not familiar. I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like this, but I've never heard of it. So we just have a couple minutes left, and I'd like to do what's called a lightning round. I used to do a lot of work with teenagers, and we'd sit in a circle. And at the end, we'd do like a lightning round, which is basically, how are you doing right now? In one word. Or if you want to write more than one word, that's fine. But just into the chat, how are you doing right now? How do you feel? And believe me, I'm not going to be hurt. You can say just however it is. However it is. Good, bad, indifferent. Okay, John is saying peaceful. Donna is saying peaceful and loving. We've got relaxed, exhausted, yeah, refreshed, calm, planning for the future. Great, okay. Wonderful. And so you can even see here, happy. I have a friend with a disease, but not Parkinson's. Can she see this Zoom? That's a question for Crista. Someone's saying at ease, peaceful. So there's a lot of positive feelings, peaceful, at ease, relaxed, happy. And I'll just say, the purpose of the meditation is over the long term, over the arc of a year or 2 years, we're cultivating this atmosphere. But we don't worry too much about what happens just in one meditation, because meditation always goes up and down. My teacher often says it's like the stock market, right? It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And if you get attached to like what happens in a single meditation, you'll always go up and down with it. But if you realize you're just cultivating these tendencies over a long, long period of time, just like the stock market has gone up over the last 50 years pretty consistently, may that continue, it's kind of like that. But if you're attached to your daily experience, you're going to go, oh, like a roller coaster. So the idea is we're long-term cultivating these qualities, and short-term, in the moment, we're just welcoming whatever is here. So we've got peaceful and blissful. Crista is saying anyone can join us. Great. So even the person who belongs to the Cancer Society could come here. Or even that other person who's diagnosed with a different disease, but not Parkinson's, could come here. You can just share the link, parkinson.org/PD health. And we've got our website here, which is devonandcraighase.com. You can go there. You can sign up for our mailing list and get free meditations. And Brent is saying, meditation reminds me of a rainbow in our horizon. Ooh, I love that. I used to live in Hawaii. There were so many rainbows there. So it's been wonderful to be here with all of you. So glad to spend time with you. And Devon will be with you next week to do kindness for a neutral person. That's somebody that you don't know well, which is one of my favorite meditations because it helps us connect with all of these people that we might see, even people we see on the TV, but that we don't know personally. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Craig. That really was wonderful. Appreciate, all the few moments that we can share loving kindness for others and for ourselves every day. So thank you so much for giving us that opportunity. I do want to thank all of you who are here in this mindfulness community. Please share with your friends. They're more than welcome to join us for these mindfulness practices with Devon and Craig. And I just want to say, we are touching the lives of many people across the United States and across the globe, from UK, Canada, Italy, India, Malaysia, Australia. So I want to just thank you all for making this space and creating this space for us to hold mindfulness practices for Parkinson's disease and for yourself. And Craig, many thanks. So much gratitude to you and Devon for sharing your knowledge and wisdom with us. Until we meet again next Monday, Devon will be offering a mindfulness meditation, as Craig mentioned, for someone neutral. So please join us next Monday, and I hope to see you right back here next week. Thank you all. Have a good one.